Hello, everybody. My name's Chachi. That is Tom. Welcome back to In Our Humble Opinion. We're going to go over mostly our team's games, but then we're going to talk about around the league too. Just a nice little chop up because we've been through this a couple years ago. We changed that up because you really don't want to hear about the No offense to the Jaguars. You really don't want to hear about the Jaguars the whole game usually. Okay, one of these bad teams. 2 years ago they were pretty bad. But anyway, let's start with the Bills and Ravens because that was a very
Bryce Young's pick sixes.
Yeah, let's talk about the Ravens and Bills because it was crazy. I know that doesn't make sense because it's like the last game they played besides the Monday Nighter, but we're gonna do that because it was a lot. We got to address some stuff in this game as far as it was week one, but I want to address some of the stuff I keep hearing where I'm like, guys, it was not the best game ever. It wasn't that good. People were wide open on both teams. It was not a good job by the defenses. It was pretty bad. But okay. So Tom, do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it was week one, and I see a lot of people overreacting to certain things, and I'm like, we got a long way to go. Even if the Ravens would have won this game 40 to whatever it was, 25, which if the ball don't get tipped and caught, which very much luck, they do, but we got to temper it. We talked about it last week. I would have came around this show and be like, they look good on offense, but defensively, they got a long way to go. And B, it's week one. I don't know who's going to get hurt. I don't know any of this stuff. I will say this out of this game. If you're the Ravens, you feel a lot better than the Bills, and I'm going to tell you why. They were home, okay? And they got lucky on a lot of stuff. You got to clean that up. You can beat nobody with that defense. I got news for you. You need to just start Damar Hamlin. That was Henry on a couple of them runs. How was your safety? Yeah, no offense, Derrick Henry's super fast. I get it. But that angle he took, brother, where are you going? Taylor Rapp, what are we doing? And then the other guy, I don't know who taught him how to tackle. That's a 6'3", 250-pound running back. Why you jumping at that man's chest? Oh, you ain't tackling him. Josh Allen played great. Can't hate on that. I mean, he got lucky on some of the tips, and he almost got picked 3 times. But, it's fine. What I find funny about that is the way certain quarterbacks, you look at it, when Brett Favre did stuff like that, he was lucky, and you heard that a lot, and you can get a pick off of him. But when Josh Allen does it the new era, a guy plays a game where he has a couple plays where it could have been intercepted, and we're going to act like he played a perfect game. I'm like, one of the things in the comeback that saved him was a tip pass that was by the way, was not a good throw. It was 20 feet behind the guy and about 10 feet above him. I mean, it was luck. It really was. But I thought he played well. I thought the Ravens, what I don't get, and Tom, I'll let Tom go off on this because, we both have had our issues with Mr. Hardball. First off, Lamar saved his job in 2018. But what I didn't understand in this game, now Henry's fumble, he should have held on to the ball, but also 77 Falele had a terrible game. I don't know what he was doing. If it was,
there's a great clip of him just kind of
dude,
standing around.
This is my thing that whole game. His effort wasn't there. If you tried and the people were just throwing you off, at least I could say, hey, the one play he just had his hands at his hips and wasn't touching anyone. I'm like, dude, you got to try. I don't know what's going on. Ed Oliver, though, Tom knows this. Always loved him. I'm glad he's been a really good player, and he's been pretty solid, and then he played great in that game. I can't even hate. That man was beating everyone up. He got a sack on Lamar. You saw how hard it is to grab that man. He said, not today, buddy. Now, my issue with Harbaugh, I'm going to go back to that, and I'll see if Tom agrees. Yes, the defense did not play well. Jair had a terrible game. It was his first game, but he had a terrible game. I don't know what he was doing. In certain situations, he played it all wrong. Dude, I get he pump faked you, but on that last drive, the worst thing you can do is give up a big play. Then, this is just fundamentally dumb. No offense, Jair, dude, I get it. You're coming back. Got it. Tom told me. He's always hurt. You're trying to play. You're trying to make your teammates hey, look at me, man. I told you I was going to play for you guys. If you don't got it, it's okay. But that last play, let him score. Keon Coleman was going to score. I'm telling you, he was going to run that end zone. It looked like he was yeah, I'm going to score. And then you give Lamar a chance to score with 3 timeouts. No, but you tackle him. Why? All night you were missing tackles, but that one you make. I'm like, dude, why? Why? That all being said, all of that, it was the coach's fault. You took the gas off the pedal. I don't know what was going on. We're running for 8 yards a clip. You're like, hey, it might be a good idea. And here's what you're going to get, Tom, because he don't call any plays. It's the offensive coordinator's fault. Well, how come in every big game, no matter who the offensive coordinator has been, These 17 now, 17 games you've lost like this. That's crazy. He takes his foot off the gas. He goes, hey, let's start running. He went into I formation and ran the ball. The thing that worked that night was the read option with Lamar and Henry. Because what happened was Lamar would first, it was like back and forth. They would run it with Henry, then Lamar would get a big run. And then they would get so focused on Lamar when they did the fake. Lamar would run wide, they would follow him, and Henry would get one of his 50-yard runs he had. Like, that's all you had to keep doing. Hell, the play before he fumbled, Lamar got like 25 yards. And then we fumbled. And I'm like, why did we stop doing that? What are we doing? It was really bad. I was like, guys, what is going on? We're just like, hey, we're getting all these long drives, and then we're like, hey, you know what we're going to do? I formation, 3 runs, running sideways against a fast defense. And my problem with that, John Harbaugh, is this never works against their defense the last 3 years. They're fast. Why would you run sideways? The Zay Flowers play, Mark Andrews, you have to block better, but it's fine. You're not a good blocker. It's okay. I wonder how that would have went with Likely, but that's another thing. We had injuries, so we're going to see. Both these teams would be way different later on in the season. But I thought the Bills did a good job on the comeback, but their defense looks terrible. I'm not going to lie to you. Same thing with the Ravens. I don't know. This great secondary. Awuzie played better than everybody else. Well, Humphrey did too, but he got hurt, and then it was just a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd take both these teams still couldn't beat Kansas City because they'd find a way to lose.
No, and that defense in Kansas City is still really good. It really is. I'm sorry.
No,
if Chris Jones doesn't run around the edge on that last play, they probably do stop him and then get a chance and probably win that game because it's the Chargers. We'll talk about that game, but that's why if he would have held the edge, I think they could have come back and won because we got the ball. But then let's get this. I want to give Tom this too because I know he's going to get into this. Put 45 in because 08 was doing nothing that game. Did you see the clip where 45 was beating up Dawkins, who's a really good left tackle? He's throwing him around. I'm like, dude, it gives you effort. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I think like Ravens defensively, a big problem they've had it for a long time.
Pass rush.
Honestly, since Suggs has left.
Pass rush, dude.
They don't have pass rush.
Well, that's what I was going to...
And when we get into the Green Bay game, look what happens when you go get an elite pass rusher.
Not only that, I want to just say, like, that's another thing. I can't get on these corners too much because a lot of those plays he had, like, an out. I got on them, but they didn't play as bad as, like, people are acting like they played. Jair, yes. The rest of them, pretty good. Like, Wiggins was pretty good. Problem is you can't cover people for 30 minutes. Like, what are we doing?
Dude, well, just so you know, that's how Jair has played in Green Bay for the past 5 years, too. Since he got paid, he's just, I'm telling you, dude, no offense, like, I loved him when he was, when he's on his game, he can lock a dude down. Ever since he got paid and then he started getting hurt, I don't know what his deal is. And, all I can say is, man, is good luck.
I will say Keon Coleman.
I hope this isn't the end of his NFL career, but you keep doing that, good luck.
Yeah. I mean, Keon Coleman, I want to give credit to. He played well. The Bills receivers, they made a lot of tough catches. And like you said, Palmer, we were talking about it. I don't know how they gave him up.
Jair's leaving guys wide open, falling on the field because he
Well, did you see the thing where everyone was talking about this game? Like, it was like, this is the greatest game. The game was not that great. It was a lot of sloppiness. It was week one. There was a lot of wide open people.
I think my biggest thing is just John Harbaugh. It's just like, hey, when are you going to actually get the Ravens to finish a game in your career?
Yep.
The Super Bowl run was phenomenal, but he's known, I've been saying it for years, man. He's a good regular season coach. They win a lot of games, but when it really matters and you need to have your foot on people's throats, he doesn't do it.
No, and I want to address this too. Because it was absolutely, I don't like the roughing the passer shit, so I'm not going to get harp on it that much. I do think it was roughing the passer on that last play before they punted, but I mean, Lamar never gets those calls, so who cares? It's just not. I'm sorry, they don't give it to him. So, I mean, you got to live with it. Ravens fans, let it go. He don't get that call. Yeah. He ain't going to get that call.
I think my assessment of the game of the Chargers in general is...
He don't flop enough. You got to flop, bro.
You had two quarterbacks that, it was sloppy, but they showed why they're the best in the league.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, Josh Allen was weird. He threw a lot of screens and stuff. I was kind of like, early in the game, I was like, what are you
Yeah, what
guys
are they
doing? Like,
Yeah, that was weird.
Ravens defense,
Can't get
DBs that are good.
They couldn't get a.
Like,
I think Joe Brady thought he had less time than he did, and then he realized, like, at halftime, you know what? They're not getting any pressure on him. I'm just going to let him chill.
Dude. Yeah, I mean, it sucks when your best player. I mean, you only have one guy, Matt Abuke.
Yeah.
Again, so the Ravens are in that situation where you traded for Roquan Smith. You have Lamar's contract. You have Derrick Henry's contract. They have.
I do like Jones. Travis Jones is good too. He's really good.
Yeah, they just have a lot of money tied up. I mean, this is kind of like why, like, when Green Bay made the Parsons move, you see teams, they get nervous because it's like, dude, I got to pay, half my salary cap's tied in 3-4 players.
You forgot Hamilton. They just paid him a lot, too.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
He is good.
These guys are worth it, but, when you're a small market team like the Ravens, just like the Packers, that gets tight.
Yep. No, yeah.
But, I think the Ravens also read a lot of headlines of, hey, we're this Super Bowl team, and they forgot that, hey, this game's still played. As a Ravens fan, I'd just be disappointed as hell. Just like, why?
Dude, you had that
can't
game.
we finish games?
Wild.
Why is this the same story every year? It's like how I remember Mike McCarthy's the end of his tenure. It's just a lot of why.
And to be fair, it's a thing where everybody always wants to blame. It's the coach. That's the only common denominator. We have to you got to be fair. This is crazy.
Well, you have to try it with something different to see. Hey, is it truly a player clutch thing, or is it? The coaches are calling the plays. The coaches are managing the game.
And my thing is the flow you saw in that game. You completely switched how you were calling plays. It was crazy. I was like, what are we doing? What happened? You guys were just like, hey, we got the lead. Let's run the clock out. Okay. But the problem with that is what happened is you can't have anything go wrong. And it's football. Sometimes the ball's not bouncing your way. You got to be like, hey, as soon as he caught that that ball that got tipped, you got to be like, hey man, this is looking a little spooky. Let's get a drive here and end this instead of, hey, let's just run the same play. I formed a Henry.
Josh, so I mean, the Bills' defense was definitely crashing hard. I think that's why they were trying to run the edges at the end of the game.
If he faked the ball with Lamar,
you got big runs because
read option.
Of the read option downhill.
Yes. Straight. That's what Henry does well, too. You can't run him sideways like that. That's not his thing. Once he gets going north and south and gets into your secondary, you're screwed. That's how you get him going. You just let him run into that.
Yeah.
It's done. Because you ain't tackling.
Yeah. And I'll say this with the Bills, too. Dude, I mean, I've never understood with them. They have migrated so far away from this, they used to be a big physical defense with Rex Ryan and stuff. They've gotten so light and small.
Yeah.
And, I don't get it. Ed Oliver's good. They have one or two guys, but, Milano, he's a good player, but he's small.
Yeah. No.
And then, safeties wise,
Well, here's my thing too, Tom.
Well, they have no corners.
No.
That's what's wild. They're all hurt, and it's just like, dude, Benford is not a number one corner. Let's be real. And it's kind of crazy. Green Bay traded them, Rasul Douglas, and that truly lasted 2 years, and it's over.
Yeah. Dude, he held my thing, and that too. Oh my God, the league is the cornerback depth in the league is kind of annoying now because you just put people on pedestals. And I didn't even watch much of his stuff. I've only seen him a little bit, but the way they were talking him up, I'm like, okay, let's see how good he is. Every play I watched him, he was holding. The DeAndre Hopkins one-hand catch, which was amazing. Great throw, too. They didn't even call a flag on him, which is crazy, because he was, pulling his arm. I'm like, guys, do you just pick...
because he wore his jersey tucked up. He should have wore it down. He's just being dumb.
Are we just picking, are we just picking, guys we allow to hold? It's the same thing with the guy in Philadelphia. They're not good. They just hold everyone. He had a play where Benford had a play where he was grabbing the dude's neck the whole play. I'm like, what are we doing? Just, stop. It's just he's physical, so he's good. No, he don't look for the ball, and he's grabs everyone. He's not a good corner. He's just holding people the whole play. If y'all would call the play consistently, which you can't because the way it reminds me of like holding with linemen. They could call that him on it every time, and I guess after a while, it would just be like, damn, he can't even play. No, he can't. He really is. I don't mean to shit on your guy, Bills, but that was sad. That was like, I'm making fun of Jair, but at least he's just like getting burnt. I'm like, he has integrity with how bad he's playing.
I'll flip it on you the other way though. At least Benford does something. Jair just kind of he just
but Benford's only getting away. Benford's only getting away with. Benford's only.
I'm sorry, guys. I have some bad. Bad feelings about how Jair left the Packers.
Well, my thing, but see, I'm trying to put like that inference with that.
I'm trying to because he is truly good, and it's one game. Maybe he'll actually learn his lesson now that so it's the same. It's two different teams, the same common denominator with them. I really do hope Jair plays well.
Yeah, well,
he's a good player. To see him go to like how this is ending for him is just really sad. But
Tom, my thing with what we're talking about, this is my issue with them, and I'm not trying to take a shot at myself, but I'm sitting at home watching this game, and I could see at the end of the game that if you would have read a boot out of that I form with Lamar, they did not have anyone watching him. They'll play 2 plays before the third down.
Watch the Jets game.
The play, but yeah, if you would have ran that play, he would have got like 30 yards because they all like we were just talking about it. We can see that. I know you guys can see it. They're crashing hard. They were like, we need a turnover. We're gonna keep trying to nail the running back. It was stupid. I don't know what they're doing. Like, guys, come on.
At the end of the day, Josh, it doesn't matter no matter what. Your defense should not give up 41 points.
No.
I'm just being really brutally honest.
And this is going to be the last thing I'm going to say about this game because we're putting too much into a week 1 game, by the way. I don't care if the Ravens won 50-0. It's week 1. We got a long way to go. They both got to clean up a lot of shit. Like Tom said, I got news for you. Sorry, I mean to curse. Both got to clean up a lot of stuff. Got news for you. If you don't, you ain't making either one of these teams are making a Super Bowl. I don't care how many wins you get. You can't win giving up 40 points, both of you. You get a defense. Let's go. Ravens, you need a pass rush. Okay. Bills, you need some girth in the middle because they're just gonna run all over you, everybody. But
you need that.
Oh, and then last thing, your fans. I don't want to hear how good of fans you got. Okay, you make fun of the Ravens fans all you want. They talk a lot of crap and they're very annoying online. God, I understand, and I'm one of them, but I'm not like that. But I'm saying like I am part of that fan base, and they embarrass the hell out of me a lot online. But they do not throw beers at people in their stadium. They do not grab people when they're celebrating. So Bills fans, be quiet. I don't care what you donate or whatever. Y'all talk a lot of shit and don't know how to keep your hands to yourself. Get your life together. Philadelphia is still the worst, but you're right there. Okay, let's relax. New York.
Josh, I lived up there, man. What do you do when it snows all year round and your team now, instead of losing 4 Super Bowls in a row, they lose 4 AFC Championship games?
And y'all got a little bit of I know he's your boy, and I love Josh Allen. I think he's great. But y'all be sitting, that the guy on the other team, it don't look like he has the right look for y'all. I'm just saying, because you always got a lot of stuff to say. I'm just saying, they're both good. Let it go, guys. Okay? Let it go. It's okay.
Yeah, that game was in Baltimore. I think that would have been a blowout. Like I said, the Ravens just joked. That's all it is. They did. Hey, they've been reading headlines all off season. I think offensively,
and I think we've been over it.
You know what? It's better to get this out of the way now.
Yeah, but we'll see. Long way to go. But Ravens, you got a lot to. Everybody does. I'm not going to talk about anybody today where we're trying to say they're like, they're the best team. You don't want to peak now anyway, because then teams end up figuring out how to. If you peak too early, they end up figuring out how to stop you to a point, and then you kind of hit your ceiling. You want to always peak like a little later, so your team's rolling. The days of like the Cowboys and teams like that, the 70 Steelers, you can't keep, like Tom was just saying, you can't keep your players like you used to be able to. That's when you had teams where it's like, they're just the best team because they've played together for 8 years and there's none of this like shit when you get together where it's like, oh man, I don't know how he plays. No, you guys got the chemistry. You're about to roll off 14 wins again. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's not the same.
Well, speaking of the best performing teams in the NFL.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go to them. But by the way, Bills. I just want to put it this way: Bills all love. Good job on the comeback. Josh Allen, deserving MVP. I still think Lamar should have won it, but it wasn't that big of a deal. They're both really good quarterbacks. Let's enjoy them. I love them both. Let's go, Big Josh, legend. Anyway, hey, It's just I don't want to take that away from them. Good win, guys. You know, all luck, all best of luck. I hope we play again. Be great. I think it would be fun. I didn't think it was going to be in Baltimore anyway, so I highly doubt it's going. Because let me tell you something, you guys, that your division, you got it. Let me tell you, Drake May, baby. That's all it is.
Right.
Wait, what is going on?
All right, boys. Now we're gonna go to it.
Okay, Tom. I've been trying to get the game up there, but it's running really weird. But yeah, the Packers. Oh, Ravens lost 41-40. By the way, I forgot to say the scores on the screen. Just want to make sure everybody gets the scores. I do not need week 2, sir. I need week 1. Thank you. Okay, you start talking about it. I'm just gonna pull it up while you're talking.
Yeah, man,
they did look very impressive.
So, the Packers look good through all 3 phases of the game. They looked ready to go. It was the first time.
And the score is not indicative of
Matt LaFleur's tenure that the Packers have had a home opener. But also then you have the energy of, hey, Micah Parsons is going to play. I mean, you could tell there was a little different feel in the air.
Yeah, it really was. And big win, you beat a division game, too.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was a must-win for Green Bay. You got to start off on the right foot. You went 1-5 in the division last year. And you need to show everybody and say, hey, we're here. And it's not just, Micah Parsons makes a massive difference. You could see it with, he just can get pressure so quick. I mean, I'm still dumbfounded, Josh, what Jerry Jones was thinking.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
You gave up arguably one of the best defensive players in the league for 2 late first rounds and an aging interior defensive tackle. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just beyond dumbfounded, but whatever. You know what? I'm going to enjoy that moment. Offensively, they were efficient, man, in the pass game.
They were. Jordan Love looked good, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not mind-blowing stats, but that's what Love needs to do. Honestly, this team is built on the run.
Dude, smooths the way, man. I like that better than the throwing the ball 80 times and,
Yeah. But he looks healthy.
Yeah.
He looks, you got to get rid of those picks. That Brian Branch callback, that pick 6, that's kind of terrifying. That was a blow-up drive. You got to be careful.
Yeah, that wasn't the best throw, yes, I agree. He's still a little risky with the ball.
I'm going to say this about Love. I love him, but Love is a streaky player.
He is.
And he kind of is what he is. I think he can be, everyone said, hey, he might be a potential MVP candidate. I'm like, I think he could be a top 5 quarterback statistically. But that's pushing it. Just everybody just enjoy what Love is.
You got a lot of good quarterbacks right now. It's hard.
He's molded into the culture, and I just need him to run that offense. I don't really care statistically, man, because he is good. He's got a hose, man. That throw to Tucker Kraft.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's a legend. Crazy. Tucker Kraft, really good too.
I bought his jersey, man. He's 3 hours from my hometown in South Dakota, and just like, dude, that guy, do not be surprised if he somehow leads the Packers in yards and receptions this year.
No, he's really good.
He is that good.
Dude, let's talk about the defense, man. They were really impressive to me.
I just wanted to save the best for last. We got to talk about the special teams. Dude, Waylon has a boot.
Yeah, he does.
If they had the old Madden 08, they would put, the boot on him.
Yeah, oh, God, yes.
The boot X Factor. Just, my gosh, man, he's booting, 80-yard punts. He's really, number one, it's just nice this year not to be worrying about kickers and punters and things like that. You saw this week, even with the Ravens, right? Dude, Loop, that was a big missed PAT.
Yeah. Really, man.
And there was a lot of that. I mean, look at Young Wei Koo and Atlanta. There's just a ton of inconsistency with the kicking game. And it's nice to have a guy that's just like, hey, you know what? He may not have a 60-yard boot, but he made everything we asked him to make.
Yep.
So, getting into the defense, though, in camp, I always get Scotch. I try to take things with a grain of salt because it's camp.
Yeah, you have to. No, I agree.
they really said Luke Van Ness took a step, and you saw it on Sunday.
He looked good, yeah.
Micah Parsons is a huge. Love how they kind of used him as a chess piece and not just consistently line him up at end. Same with, Micah was the same thing. They just line him up everywhere, and it just is a matchup nightmare. You saw Rashawn Gary. He actually had more than one move. One of his sacks, I saw. I was like, wait, you did a bull rush on a swim? What?
How about 95? He was messing up.
Devontae Wyatt, man. So him and Quay Walker were in the same draft, and I think Wyatt was the second pick. He's like pick 22. And holy crap, man! What? He is that good. I mean, that's one of the reasons I think they said, "Hey, we can part without."
They want him to play more. Yeah.
Wyatt's just got to stay healthy, man.
Yeah.
That's the key to him. He's had a lot of foot and leg problems. But once we can do that, once he can do that, man, that was the most impressive thing. Number one, Gibbs didn't have a really big breakout game in terms of big runs.
Oh, and Cooper was all over the field. I just saw him running everywhere. He was.
The defensive line just made a wall. That was the biggest concern I think Lions fans should have had is, hey, you lost Ragnow and you have a rookie guard. Your interior just changed. That's hard in the NFL, dude.
No, you saw their loss of their coordinator hurt them too. They just weren't as I didn't.
They weren't getting out of the huddle quickly. They weren't. It just looked slower.
Yes, a lot slower.
You
less creativity too. It wasn't
I want to say this right now: the Lions will be okay.
They will.
Right? They will be okay. I think this year things will be harder. They're not going to go win 14 games.
No.
But they're okay.
Yeah.
Right? That was it. They finally got the treatment the Packers have been getting where you went into a buzzsaw. And it was like, oh, this is hard.
Yeah.
But defensively, man, the defensive front has the potential if they just keep working.
Mm-hmm.
That could be the scariest front in the NFL.
No, 100%.
Just in terms of pass rush.
100%.
Their line, Andrew Cooper is an all-pro in the making.
Dude, he was flying all around that field.
He's got the potential to be like a Patrick Willis-esque player.
Yes, and McKinney does his thing. He's just back there solid, doing his thing all the time. And their corners are pretty solid too. They're not terrible. They're really textbook.
That's that could potentially be a weak spot, but honestly, again, they did well with Nixon back there last year as the number one. They have, I think, slot I get a little worried about, but Nate Hobbs was out, right? That's a guy that can fill that role. Yeah. So I'm not, once they get healthier there, I think their defense on all three levels has an all-pro now, right? And I just think Micah Parsons it literally is the Reggie White signing of this generation.
Yeah.
And
Golden, let's talk about how good Golden looked, too. He looked pretty good, too.
Yeah. Golden, for his opportunity, man, the guy's got hands. That's what I've seen all camp, is you're just and even in his college career, he just had a terrible quarterback in college. So,
yeah.
I don't know if he, I think Romeo Dobbs loves true number one, right?
Yeah.
He wants to get him the ball. He trusts him. I think Golden's is number two, number three, depending between Kraft and him. I think Jaden Reed, he dropped the one in the bucket, dropped it, and you're like, Reed had a good game too, don't get me wrong, but Reed has too many of those inconsistent moments. You gotta, those are the things you gotta clean up. That's all I can say.
I agree.
The Packers, the sky is the limit, man. And again, like you said, man, it's week one. It's easy to get hyped up. I'll be at the game tonight. We're gonna find out against a quarterback that's very dynamic.
It's going to be a good game.
Where you're not practicing, and hey, you don't have as fresh of legs now, right? Are you able to maintain that energy? Good thing is they're at home, right? So.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a big difference between him and Jared Goff. Jaden's, and you saw in the first week, Jaden didn't. He's still really good. He didn't take a step back.
Yeah, Jaden he gets the ball out quick. He can read the field, but the thing is, he can extend the play. That's the one thing. These D lines at the early, dude, I swear they forget how to play football. All D lines in the NFL, they forget how to contain. They forget how to do everything. And you're like,
well, the interior guys
play meaningful snaps, but you literally have done this for 10 years. Like, how hard is it to remember,
Dude, the
like, hey,
interior...
I probably need to keep outside contained and wrap up instead of just lunging at someone? Because even, like, the Packers let Goff get out a few times, and you're like...
Well, that frustrates me a lot is the interior linemen always mess up, too. Like, even when the ends contain... You know how you loop back so they can't run up the middle? You, like, wait for them to move, and when they start moving, you flip back and grab them when they come up. None of them do. They always forget to do that and let the guy run straight up the middle. I'm like, you guys got to loop back. They always keep going forward. I'm like, guys, he's going to cut up the middle. As soon as he... Remember how the Eagles did that in the Super Bowl and it kept sacking Mahomes? Because the interior linemen, they would hold the edges, and when he looped to run up in the pocket, they would flip back and grab him. That's what you got to do. You got to you push him back and then grab him when he cuts up. And none of them were doing that. I'm like, guys, what are we doing? And that's multiple games. I saw it all this week. You were right. I was like, where's he going? Like, what are you doing, buddy? Like, that guy can run. Justin Fields, he was running all over him because they were just like, guys. And he played good. We'll get into that, too. We're going to rapid fire that.
Yeah. And so I don't want to get into the Packers like super deep. I'm really happy, and I was like, and I think all Packers fans should still be on cloud nine.
I don't have much to add.
In my opinion, they're an NFC Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
The Parsons trade really put them over the edge, but you saw players take steps finally.
No, I agree, and I think the only thing I have to add is. I agree with you, and I really was impressed by their special teams. Like Tom said, that was always a bugaboo for a while there with LaFleur, but it looks really good, and I have no issues with him. Like he said,
it's so nice not to have to talk about freaking kickers.
Yeah,
and actually have confidence. Like, dude, McManus can go out there and put it through the uprights.
And I think Detroit will be okay. They're gonna be okay. It's just they have a lot of chances.
Is still solid. Aiden Hutchinson, I mean, one of the sad things is that injury to Aiden Hutchinson last year, man, is the complete a play that didn't matter, and he got leg whipped, and it just happens. Dude, that's like, Hutchinson is like the Parsons catalyst for that defense, and they need him right now because, they're really banged up on defense. They don't have McNeil, which you could see mattered. They just couldn't get a pass rush at all. Like, I mean, there was times he's sitting there for 5 seconds and you're just like, that's insane.
Yeah, so, I think the defense looks really good, though. You guys got a lot of speed and power, and I'm like, that's really tough.
Yeah, Green Bay's defense looks different. They look very hungry, and they look ticked off. The people in the league kind of have been poo-pooing the Packers and just, like, overlooking them.
Yeah.
And you got to keep that chip on your shoulder, man. You'll be great. Because it will get harder.
And then we're going to go.
Will be harder.
We're going to go to fans right now because I do think Green Bay has top 3. Them and Pittsburgh, and I'm a Baltimore guy, but Pittsburgh, their fans are really good too. They're really good fans. They're the 2 best, I would say. You're making me pick. Just like pride for the game, respect though. They're not going to like you could go to their stadiums and I feel like they would rag on you a little bit, but they're not going to fight you or anything. You know what I mean? So
what are you talking about? The Packers fans just bring in the tailgate.
Yeah, I'm just saying they're very nice.
Pittsburgh fans are good. I think the only thing I'd say that they get on my nerves with is they really live in the 70s, and you're like, there's a lot of them that you're like, guys, you weren't even born in the 70s. Stop.
True.
Like, trust me, as a Packer fan, I always go, yeah, we have 13 championships. I get it. You say it, but let's be real. You weren't really that. You weren't that. You weren't alive then. Talk about now.
Oh, hey, I understand. My fan base, we can't even talk about the old days because they took our team. So, what the hell are you going to say? We got you don't. Indianapolis does.
Oh, God.
Like, gotcha, bitch.
This is our Colts. This is our team. You ever see that guy's videos?
No, what? What?
Dude, they have this... I want to be nice here because you know what? This guy had the courage to... He sings this little opening fight song, and... He is a non-athletic human.
Okay.
But he loves his Colts. He got to sing at like one of the preseason games at halftime. He's not a singer. He was very brave, and I want to give him his due on that. Like, he put himself out there, and that is the Colts like theme. But you're like, you couldn't have a little more masculine of a thief. Just saying, but you know what? But no, seriously, he went out there on a limb. He really did, and good for him. I don't want to discredit that because I wouldn't do that. And he's got popularity now, and I think that's cool. Like that's what makes I think this modern era of social media and just fandom. Just hey, that's cool. So I don't want to. Please, guys, don't take this as I'm crushing that guy. It's kind of funny. It's very entertaining.
Oh, and I'm not hating on the NFL for even moving them because I gotta say they were a mess. But when they drafted a guy that got banned from the league for gambling. No one was going to the games. The stadium was all busted up. I get it.
That's when we found out Jim Irsay started doing coke. Oh, I'm just kidding.
His dad. I mean, to be fair to Jim Irsay, his dad had issues. It's kind of like a family thing. It's probably her,
addiction is a gene.
It is. Sometimes I do believe, but it's because it's what you see, right? So you kind of get into it. But
Yep.
I'm not a psychologist. I don't know about all that. I'm going to let that go.
He says, I'm not a psychologist, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last
Exactly. Nah, there are nice Holiday Inn Expresses.
Bring those commercials back.
Right, they're beautiful. Okay, anyway, I have all the scores up from around the league. Tom, anything catch your eye? I'm just going to go over them real quick so everyone can look at the scores while we're talking.
The Bengals still suck. They should have lost that game. Poor Cleveland has no kicker. Joe Flacco played great. Dude, Joe Flacco played better than Burrow.
Flacco.
Dude,
greatest.
Carolina, all this hype of, hey, they're going to take a step. No.
No. Put the Bugs Bunny meme up.
The Colts looked actually efficient on offense. I don't know if that's because Miami's just that bad.
Yeah.
I think Mike McDaniel might be the first coach out the door this year.
I think so. I'm pretty sure that's happening.
Sometimes we need to start calling spades on. Some guys are just good offensive coordinators.
I agree.
And that's their ceiling, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Rams was interesting. I think it was a tight, close game. Both offenses weren't really crisp, but those defenses are good.
Mm-hmm.
Physical, too.
What do you think about Steelers Jets? Hey, that was a good one. That was fun.
Dude, I will tell you this, man.
Mm-hmm.
A motivated Karen Rodgers can still kind of do it.
Yeah.
He is a statue, though. Like, he moved on boots and stuff. Like, he could move. I'm talking about, when he realizes, well, they're going to sack me, he just goes down. I don't blame him. He used to be teams, I think, understand now, all right, they're going to try to get him out of the pocket to protect him because their offensive line's bad. They couldn't establish a run, but, dude, there was some vintage kind of like, oh, there's that old Aaron I see. He was super motivated.
He can still throw, yeah.
I think the Jets really got under his skin with the whole I flew out there and then they told me they could have just called him.
They flew him out there to be like, we don't want you. We're just letting you know.
I actually don't blame him on that one.
Yeah.
That is trash. And shame on the Jets are the Jets. That's also why, you see the Jets in this game just did Jet things. Hey, let's fumble a kickoff and, Pittsburgh's defense, though, I'm not that impressed. I think TJ Watt's aging and Jalen Ramsey, he made that big hit, but he was also getting torched too. He's old. They added all these veterans, and it's like when it starts getting late in the year, good luck.
Yeah, I thought they looked good. Justin Fields looked really good too. Him and Rodgers. I was very impressed. So I give them that. But like you said, it's true. Week one, and also their defense looked old. Watt got schooled, which I have not seen in years. Like, that was crazy. He was just getting stood up. And I'm like, damn. We'll see. Yeah, maybe it's just a blip. It is week one, so we'll see.
That game was really good. I think both those defenses got tired, but I'm telling you, like...
And can we say with the Giants, like, start Dart, because I don't think I think just Russell Wilson's just a backup now. He's not what he used to be. We gotta stop.
Dude, let's just call a spade on that one too. Brian Daboll, like, how many times does he have to keep changing everything?
Yep.
Players, everything, and it's still not working.
I agree.
Like, is he actually the answer?
No.
To me, it doesn't seem like him and Schoen have any good answers.
I agree with it.
One fan base that's like really annoying is is the Chicago Bears.
Oh my God!
So
yeah.
I am going to, I've heard a lot of crap talking all off season because hey, they got Ben Johnson and things are somehow going to be different, and yet here we are. It's more of the same.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I want to say too, like Caleb's in his second year, but some of those throws he misses are like, dude, what are you doing? I don't know.
Caleb Williams does too much off-script stuff, and that's what he did at USC. And you saw it again. I'm sorry, man. Like, and there is this thing in the league. There's scouts that have said when he came in, he felt very entitled, and you could see it with his attitude. And yeah, I think it's just a problem.
Yeah, and I want to also give, speaking of the opposite, because his stats didn't look impressive, but if you watch the game film, Cam Ward looked really good against a really good defense. He really did. He was making throws. They just couldn't catch, which is a problem.
Yeah. Dude, it was wild, dude. The amount of catches Ridley missed is just insane to me. But
the way he stood in the pocket and just threw it, though, I was very impressed with him. And let's give the Commanders their flowers, too. They looked really solid. They had the rustiness where you missed a couple plays. The receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, but Jaden Daniels looked really good. The team looked solid. The running game looked good. The defense looked really solid too. So I'm like,
yeah, you saw Debo kind of get used interestingly too. So it was interesting.
Yeah, it was really.
I agree.
Really good week for you could tell everyone had a little bit of rust. It's week 1. It's fine. Like Tom said, the Panthers though, I'm like, God, they're just gonna be bad again.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I hate using the bust word, but I have a feeling that
yeah.
I think Bryce Young is it.
And then we got to give my boy Joe some love, like Tom said. Hey, still getting it done, man. It's gonna be fun seeing him at the bank this Sunday. Love the guy, man. They better cheer that man, or I'm gonna take back every good word I've ever said about I already give him crap. Fan base, don't make me mad. I'm gonna do it again. Okay. Because I can't stand that. Be nice. And Falcons, their kicker, man, way cool. Come on, baby, you can't be missing that. The quarterback, I love Penix though. He's a guy. He's gonna be good.
Dude. Yeah, I mean the defense just again. I feel like ever since I moved down here for 5 years, the defense they've invested a lot in it, and it's still awful.
Yeah.
I mean it was a close game. Don't get me wrong, but in clutch moments, they just do the same dumb things.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man.
I don't really know what to say.
I think Tom nailed it. I think we had a good show today. I think we'll see you guys for week 2. Tom's gonna be at the game. We'll give you an in-depth analysis of the Packer game. I will not be at any games today. I am not going to that first game. I love the Ravens, but it's the Browns. You better win. I'm just saying. Even though Cleveland's defense is very good, and Joe is not afraid of the big moments. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Divisional game, always tough.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, seriously, you have to get up from a letdown. What does that look like?
Yep, I see. Let's get
Same for the Packers, man. You got to stay even killed on a big high, and you have to keep working.
Yep.
And this is an important game. Last year, Commanders jumped the spot on you.
Yep. Yep.
So.
Yep. Agree.
All right, guys.
That's it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Likes is always appreciated. Subscribe for more content. And as always,
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Anchor down.
Anchor down.